At its core, a traditional community is defined by its scale and its environment. These are small, localized societies that rely entirely on the local wildlife and natural ecosystems to sustain their ordinary routines. In these spaces, survival is tied to indigenous knowledge. This isn't a static history. It's an active network of skills ranging from precise harvesting techniques to complex observations of the weather. This information isn't held in a central archive. It is conveyed informally through social encounters, rituals, and oral narratives that recount human histories within a specific landscape. But as global influence spreads, these self-sufficient systems are colliding with an outside world. Ancient cultural practices are finding themselves in a direct struggle to maintain their identity against the tide of globalization. Because of this pressure, the visual arts of these communities serve as more than just decoration. They become the primary records of a way of life that is fighting for its own continuity. In the West, the period following Impressionism marked a significant shift in artistic focus. Modern plastic arts began to branch into two poles: abstract modeling and a renewed emphasis on individual creation and rational realism. Traditional Eastern philosophy operates with a different set of priorities. It favors the imagery style, which values collective rhythm, an idea, and the expression of the soul over strict physical accuracy or individual narration. This creates a dilemma for contemporary artists in the East, such as Chinese sculptors. To engage with the global art world, they must learn from dominant Western techniques without neglecting the traditional art of their own nation. Many have responded by consciously integrating the two. They apply traditional freehand brushwork concepts, emphasizing the unity of the whole within modern mediums to maintain their spiritual temperament. This blending allows the unique national appearance of the culture to persist. By evolving the form while guarding the spiritual core, these ideologies find a way to remain relevant in a changing landscape. In the rural villages of India, these philosophical ideas take on a concrete material form. Here, artistic expressions function as physical records. They reflect the community's social convictions and their daily agreement with the procedures of nature. For example, Warli painting in Maharashtra uses simple geometric forms and colors that spring directly from the dirt and the natural environment surrounding the artists. In the South, Tanjore paintings reflect a different regional reality. Here, the distinct artistic style is dictated by incorporating real gold into the paintings. Beyond the canvas, culture is maintained through motion. Society's moves like the Bihu of Assam or the Theyyam of Kerala are essential physical manifestations of these communities' shared history. Passing these traditions to the next generation depends on the preservation of specific tools, the santors, flutes, and dholaks that give these cultures their voice. These diverse practices are the interlocking pieces of historical continuity. They are what provide a community with its sense of place and belonging. Historically, the tribal economy was a closed, self-sufficient loop. It operated as a barter system built on mutual help, without surpluses to warrant commercial markets. As self-sufficiency erodes, tribal households must bring their crafts to weekly markets, often called hats, to exchange their labor for money to survive. This transition introduces a new layer of exploitation. Private traders and middlemen act as gatekeepers, purchasing these cultural artifacts at heavily suppressed prices, while the artisans lack the facilities to reach consumers directly. The economic disparity is staggering, a 500% markup between the tribal artisan's price and the consumer's final cost. This system traps creators in poverty. Despite global celebration, the majority of these skilled populations live below the poverty line. Appreciating the art is not enough to ensure its survival. That requires protecting the human livelihoods and the ecosystems that produce it from the predatory nature of